Today I'm going to be discussing a scene from the film No Country for Old Men, and it starts with Carson walking up the stairs to his hotel room whenever the antagonist of the film, Anton Chigurh, is trailing behind him with murderous intent. Chigurh is armed with an unusual weapon, being a cattle shotgun equipped with a silencer.
Hello, Carson. Let's go to your room.
Which then leads us to the uninviting hotel room that highlights the bland setting and impersonal nature of Chigurh's kills. The room is equipped with a low dim light effect, which casts a lot of heavy shadows and emphasizes the ominous atmosphere of the film. The confliction of light and dark can also be really apparent, with Anton being the dark and Carson being light. The scene is filled with close-up shots of Carson, which captures the realization and fear of Carson knowing that he is faced with a psychopath and is about to die, while Chigurh is captured from a medium shot, and this emphasizes his control and lack of emotional investment in the interaction. Chigurh is also seen to have a dead gaze towards Carson throughout the whole entire scene, with little to no blinking in the conversation, and he's kind of just dead-eyeing Carson, while Carson is visibly nervous and pleading to be spared by Chigurh. The body language of the two characters is also notable, with Carson having posture shifts between an assertive and defensive stance. He has short and hesitant movements, which display his increasing panic, since he has no power or control in the situation he's currently in, while Chigurh appears to be relatively calm and still, and he hardly moves from the position he's in. His lack of movement emphasizes his domination in the situation and also his immovable moral outlook, which is displayed throughout the film, with him being a psychopath. Anton clearly doesn't see Carson as a threat, and more of a cattle that is waiting to be hunted, and nothing more.
All right. Let me ask you something. If the rule you followed brought you to this, of what use was the rule?
Most of the scene is filled with moments of silence that intensify the discomfort of Carson and forces the audience to observe every small expression or movement between the two characters, specifically Carson. Carson has a tone of confidence at first, but he quickly starts to bargain for his life with no apparent avail from Chigurh. Chigurh speaks in a calm way and he uses his statements in a philosophical sort of way about faith, which indicates his twisted moral code which he has throughout the film. He has a steady and emotionless tone, which indicates that Anton doesn't see himself as a villain, but instead more of a neutral agent of fate. The conversation is then halted as a phone call comes in. Without any notion, Chigurh then pulls the trigger and kills Carson, ending the conversation and Carson alike.